Hello, everybody. I am Sun Psychic Jean. Please welcome my very special guest, Mark, the Spirit Whisperer. Hey, Mark.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Jean. How are you, my dearest?
I am well. I just now noticed that you match the background, the photo that I chose to
Oh, flower
to
power
highlight.
today. A little bit of flower power. Got on my little daisies today. They're so cute. I love it. I just got this shirt. It's so cute.
It is really cute, and it is all the colors of nature.
Yep.
Very beautiful.
And I love flowers almost as much as animals.
So I just want to say hello to Teresa. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for coming. And Akila. Hi, Akila. Nice to see you. And Jackie is here. She's saying hello to Jean and Mark. So sweet. Thank you very much, Jackie. Nice to see you. And Starfish is here. So, two of my favorite readers. You're so sweet. Thank
Thank
you,
you, darling.
Starfish. So nice to see you. JR is here. Hello. Nice to see you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And we are going to do some readings today. And what we'd like to do is perhaps provide messages with your loved ones who have transitioned. And if you would like a message from your loved one, just put the name and the relation. And then if you'd like a message from your pet, you just let us know if they're in this world or past, and the name and type. That would be wonderful. And spirit guides too. And Mark has an amazing connection with his spirit guides as well. So I see Emerald Buddha is here. Nice to see you. And Melinda Salinas and Adine. Hi, Adine. Nice to see you. And Nancy. Oh, very nice. Thank you, everybody, for coming. So, Mark, how do we find you on this gorgeous Saturday morning? How's the weather there where you are?
Well, it could rain at any minute. You never know. But it's humid. That's the word of the week. Humidity. And it's either raining, lightning and thundering, or the humidity's up, what in between the rains. But I stay in the house. I have to have my air on all the time because I don't do good with heat.
Me too. Me too. I mean, I would prefer it if the weather was cooperative. I wouldn't have the air condition on, but I don't. I need the air conditioning.
Yeah, I know.
Um, yeah. So we do have a couple of questions already right off the bat. So are you ready to get started, Mark?
I'm as ready as I will be. I'm ready,
Wonderful.
ready.
Wonderful.
Yep.
So let's get started. And Nancy here has a question. She said, "Can I get a message from my brother Roger?" And after Nancy, I have Anna, Hutchinson, and JR, just so y'all know.
I
Can I
was
get a message from my brother Roger for Nancy?
Nancy Miracle. It's almost like miracle.
Hmm.
Nancy.
So Nancy, I feel like you lost him early in life. In not, he was an adult, but it wasn't recently. He's kind of telling me that he's been gone for a bit of time, maybe, and you two really got along. Can you just let me know if I have the right Roger, that he's been gone for, I don't know, maybe 10 years or so. Um, He's just letting me know. I just want to kind of make sure that I'm getting the right connection here. And if you can validate that, I'll be able to really connect to his energy. I feel as though he's been gone for okay, so she said since 2019, so it hasn't been that long.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see if I can get something else from him. Brother Roger. Yes, we were close. Was he ill for a long time? Was he almost like out of commission, or um, for some reason he's saying that it's been a long time. So I'm thinking he was gone for a long time. I don't know. And I hate to keep asking questions, but I just want to make sure I have the right guy. Um, he's not really showing me his energy or his personality yet. Um,
He just again a couple of things. I feel like he's telling you that when he crossed over, there were souls there to greet him. Like he's talking about other family members were over there to greet him as he crossed over. And also, this one, it's always so bright, you can't always see. Um, I feel like there might have been a pet surprise heart attack. An animal on the other side. This card says waiting, but it looks like he reunited with a pet that he knew, maybe even like a childhood pet or one he was more, later on. But think he wants to tell you that there were energies there to greet him. He's talking about that on the other side, he realizes that creation is a co-creative effort and that you work with spirit in order to make things happen. And I think he sees that really clearly. Like you get teamwork and creation here. So um, he, he's just affirming that and reminding you of that that's how you make a difference. That's how you create what you want, is by working in a team with spirit. So he wants to say, yeah, this is true. This is the way it works. And he sees that from where he is now. I feel like they want to tell me that he was a creative person. Oh yeah, his dog. Yeah, he wanted to talk. That was the first card that came up, like that his dog was waiting for him. He was a creative person. I don't think like he's saying, I didn't understand completely how all that worked. I was creative. I did accomplish things and create things, but I think he's saying I could have sped that up or moved along or even done more had I gotten clearer on that co-creative teamwork thing. That you have this uh, group of teammates that are ready, willing, and able to work with you in your creations and manifestations. And so he's wanting to talk about that quite a bit. Yeah. What else are you hearing?
Well, I just want to again. I'm getting a gentleman. I'm asking for Roger only, Nancy's brother Roger only, and I'm getting a an image of a male that has salt and pepper hair, and he's telling me that he worked in an office environment, that he was not like a truck driver or a outside. And if this isn't him, I'm going to have to keep moving because it's just that I'm not getting a connection. But I wanted to try one more time, Nancy. And sometimes the first one's hard, and sometimes there's somebody else's brother out there that is pushing through. So don't feel bad about telling me and letting me know. Do either of those things sound like your brother Roger? And it's okay. Sometimes the first one's difficult.
Yeah.
So, Ginger, oh, he's a ginger and he did work in an office. Okay. So let me see if he can give me more. Hey, he's showing me that he had a family. He was very much a family man, and he was very kind-hearted and almost had a good sense of humor. Always would joke or like would have like a sly remark and always make you giggle. Does this sound familiar? And he's just showing me that he was, believe it or not, he's telling me lighthearted. He was lighthearted and enjoyed sort of like the quiet the everyday life. um he didn't you didn't have to like go to Vegas or have a big giant vacation. Just a small quiet vacation with the family was what he really cherished most. But he's just showing me he had a quick-witted sense of humor, almost like a dry sense of humor. And he was like a very oh a lighthearted man is what he's telling me. um he wants you to know that he, like Mark said, he was greeted by family. And he's very much connected to you. He says, I have a good view from here. He says he's taking care of his family as well as you and watching over you, and can see the ups and downs in your life and how much you think of him and the honor that you show him and the respect and the memories that you think of him. He says that he just wants to send you very much love. He's going to be sending you some um, messages that are memories. He's going to be sending you little messages that make you think of things that you did as when you were younger, whether it's in teens or childhood, somewhere in there. But he wants to send you little messages that will make you reminisce and think of your time together with your brother, and or of the jokes you may run into somebody that sort of has his disposition that reminds you so much of your brother. And he says he's going to be just sending you little connections this way. So, oh, she said you got him, Jean. Aw. Thank you. Thank you. It was a little difficult trying to get the right one. Good, good. I'm glad. I felt like that little slide sense of humor and that quick wit was just so adoring. And what a beautiful soul. Does he know how proud of him I am? Let me see what he says about that. He says he's more proud of you. He says that thank you for honoring him. And he says he's proud of you, but you were very nurturing to him. You almost had like a maternal role, if so to speak, in some sense. Like he looked to you for guidance after your parents left. So he just wants to thank you for that. And you sort of not took him under your wing, but you took care of him. Like you watched out for him. He just wants to thank you for that. Ooh, so thank you, Nancy. Sorry, Mark. I wanted to really try and zone in.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nancy, for your patience and for helping us out. So Martha M is here. Nice to see you, Martha. Oh, Nancy says I loved him a lot.
And he gives me this Two of Cups, which it was reciprocated. The two of you are like buddies, like not just brother and sister, but really close. You know how some brothers and sisters can be estranged and cranky with one another. I feel like you two are on the same page most of the time about most things. He does feel content now that he's on the other side. Like even in review, he's like, I didn't do too bad. I accomplished some of the things I meant to, and I feel fairly content and satisfied
Mm.
with my life. Um, and there's one other little thing. I feel like he's talking a little bit about your income or your flow as far as money or finances goes. And he says, kind of let go of the worry and allow like more good fortune to come in. It's relating to that thing he talked about before about working co-creatively with spirit to to increase your income and inflow and your manifestations. So he's kind of like saying, let go of feeling like you have to control everything and allow spirit to do their part. So I'm getting all that just from the Four of Pentacles, but it's a little bit of let go, let God energy for me in this card. And in doing that, so that let go and let God, that means like trust that spirit has your back and it's looking out for you and it hasn't forgotten your, and that in doing that, having a little more faith in that, fortune, the wheel of fortune turns for you, and you get a little bit better inflow, if that's something you're looking at right now.
Wow. Very nice.
Okay.
Very nice, Nancy. All the best to you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was important information. Okay. So Anna has a question, and she says she would like a message from her mom who passed in 2010.
Anna, maybe you were named after your mom. She passed in 2010. Mom, what cards are you telling me? Oh.
She seems like a very warm soul, very warm and loving, and sort of like a soft place to land. She was smart and she was busy, but she was very, very warm. Everybody loved her, and she always had a kind word to say about everyone. She's just letting me know. Let me just see what else. And she said yes, she was named after her mom.
Yeah, that's kind of teasing.
She said, she said, she said that you have this warmth like she did. You have this, it's just a comfort. There is this comfort, this softness, this sweetness. She didn't have a bad word to say about anybody. She just was very warm, soft. She wasn't very outgoing. She didn't like speak out of turn. She was very polite, just very warm. And can you give me something else, Anna? She keeps saying. She's saying that there was a generation gap between you, but you still saw eye to eye. It wasn't like you could finish each other's sentences, but you still respected one another, and you there was some sort of a gap. I'm not sure what it was that you guys didn't see eye to eye, and maybe she was a little not necessarily old fashioned, but not up with the times. But she had her ways about her, but you still respected one another. You had a very congenial relationship and had a lot of respect for one another. So I'm not sure which views but she almost like, she would say, don't get in the car with that boy or something. You'd be like, oh, mom, it's okay. Everybody gets in the cars with that boy, whatever. Like there was just some of this sort of generational gap but she said as you became adults that this sort of dissolved. She's just very sweet. Mark, what are you getting?
Well, I feel like she's trying to talk to me about a sibling of yours. Do you have a sibling? A brother, perhaps? I don't know. I feel like she's trying to tell me she's a little focused or concerned about a sibling. Yes. Does that yes for me? I wonder. Um, this is a little bit of a weird thing, but I'm just going to ask it just in case. Is there somebody in the family or that you know of? Not maybe not directly in the family, but a family friend or in-law or something like that. Oh, you have two brothers. Okay, great. I thought it was first I was the sibling, then I got the boy, so that's why I was wondering if it was a brother. But is there somebody who's had a little bit of back and forth with the law or something like that, like having like difficulty in that area, or maybe I'm completely off. She's a little bit concerned about one of the brothers, like that he needs a little extra attention, like focus. That maybe he's having a hard time right now.
She said not that she knows of.
Yeah, there's some kind of, I don't know. I feel like she wants to tell me she's a little worried about one of your brothers, but I don't know why exactly.
I think that yeah, it could be something with maybe not, I don't know, something a little more on the legal side rather than the criminal side.
Yeah,
Like maybe he didn't file all of his tax papers, or maybe he forgot to sign a document. Something around the legal
yeah.
is what.
Because I was going to say that maybe legal instead of that. I was going to say that very thing. So I don't know. There's something about that. Like maybe he's worried about something, or he's having a challenge of some sort. Anyway, she just kind of, I guess she's just talking about she sees that, and she's, watching over him. She watches over all of you, but I feel like there's something in particular that she's
She
kind of,
said dementia, so that could be.
oh, like one of the brothers has that. Um, oh, that makes a little bit of sense too about the card I got, because it was I want to show you the card, but this makes sense with dementia. This freeing yourself. So it's like the mind. Well, this just reminds me of that for some reason, the whole dimension thing, like um, the box opening and you kind of like flying free. It's hard to catch the thoughts. They're sort of all out there running around and stuff like that. So I guess she's just thinking about that and about him, and that's why that attention's on him. Um, if it's true, he's going through some sort of dementia. So she watches over him a bit. Now, that doesn't mean she's not watching you. She is. But I think she's been communicating with him um, back and forth. And, it might even be things like he talks about her as if she's in the room and stuff like that, because it feels like she's around him quite a bit. I don't know why she wanted to talk about that, but right in the beginning, I just kept getting brother, brother, brother. Okay.
That's amazing, Mark.
Yeah.
What how reassuring it is to know that your mother is aware of his situation and is with him and communicating with him on that, spiritual level. And the legal things could be more like medical things, um, around what papers to sign, or this kind of thing.
Right. And in some way, it's that representation of his mind being free of, like, out of the box, not acting like normal. So I also feel like it makes it possible for him to like see her and because his mind is in this weird state where it's as if she's right there with him talking to him sometimes, and he feels like that. Um, she says that I am there talking to him, but it's like it might seem like you're crazy or something, but he's actually talking to somebody sometimes when it looks like he's, he's just going on. Um, she, you know, I think she's kind of preparing or helping, preparing things on that side for him for when he decides to leave the body and move on. So I don't know. I feel like she's been visiting him quite a bit, and it might have something to do with as he gets closer to time to transition. She's sort of there assisting him and helping him with that. Maybe. Okay.
That's comforting to know. Well, thank you, Anna, for your question. And we wish you and your family the best in your situation. Isn't it, that's amazing, Mark, that you got that.
Sort
Okay,
of.
so JR says, can I get a reading from my guides? Hi, JR. Thanks for coming.
I saw that. Did you notice that somebody came in about their dog?
Yeah,
okay.
I got that one.
All right.
Thank you.
Illumination Portal. I couldn't think of the name. JR. I know, Anna, that was kind of funny because I was expecting her to talk about you, but she just kind of wanted to talk about him. But I think in a way that you might like to hear that, perhaps. That's why she wanted to tell you. But she was pretty adamant about, I want to talk about her brother. Anyway.
Yeah. So JR, I feel I was picking up for you on your energy that you have some concerns. We all do, and there's things that you are worried about that your guides are just they just want you to know that they're there for you and to open up and to release some of the things that you're carrying around and sort of you feel as though if you hold on to them and keep it in the forefront, then you have it handled. But they say it's okay to let go. They say it's okay to let go and to give those worries to your guides and your angels, and just to let go, not to carry and keep it in your forethought and to run it over and over again. It's important, and it's okay to let it go. It doesn't mean that you don't care. It doesn't mean that you're not keeping up. It doesn't mean that that the problem has gone away. It just means that you're taking time for yourself and you're regaining your own energy. It's almost like when you, I don't know, like if you're concerned about, I don't know, let's say there's a leak outside in the street or something, and you keep worrying about it, and they're saying this is pulling on your energy, this is lowering your energy and dimming your light, and it's sort of exhausting you, and it's like the last thing you think of before you go to sleep and the first thing you think of when you wake up at night. And they're saying that's always going to be there, that it's okay if you take a minute and forget about the leak in the street, that and just take care of yourself and worry about what's going on in your close vicinity, that to let these things that are outside of your control, to leave it to the angels and the guides, and to trust that it'll be taken care of, and that it's almost like you're not your responsibility, but you're taking it on, and they just want you to be very mindful of how this might be weighing on your energy or changing your energy. How about you, Mark?
Well, I feel like I agree with all that you're saying. It all resonates. I feel like they're opening up a new opportunity for you. We're talking from your guides, and they presented it, but you're being a little hesitant about stepping into it. So they give me the Fool card, which is, here we go, off on a new adventure. We might have to go right off the cliff, but I trust that Spirit will catch me and land me where I need to go. And you do, sort of. And then you don't. So you're kind of hesitating to move forward, whatever it is. It could be something big, something little, but you're um, contemplating it too much, thinking about it too much. They want you just to go ahead and start walking. They'll be there to catch you. Don't worry. They're right there. That's why this idea, this inspiration, this new thing you're thinking about doing, whatever it is good and it's on purpose, and they want you to go for it. Um, and they're going to be there to catch you. Don't worry about that. Um, you have every. There's a little bit of a. What if I jump off and they don't catch me? What if it's a trick? So I better just hold off on going. So a little bit of worry about they don't have your back. This is the Seven of Swords. Yeah. That they might not have your back. There might be some trickery involved, and you'll step off and go, oh no. So I better think about this some more before I take some action. So they want you to go ahead and take action, to go ahead and trust, take a new step, whatever it is you're wanting to do, because they're guaranteeing you a positive outcome. If you take the step, you'll be happy you did. I don't know exactly what step this is. Sometimes it could be about just a metaphysical journey or a spiritual journey that you just go farther into it, or it could be some actual, physical opportunity, like an opportunity for service or something like that. But if there's something like that that you've been thinking about, or should I do this? Should I not? They're saying go for it and trust.
Excellent. Excellent. Yeah. And sometimes being indecisive, it's hard to receive guidance. Once we make a decision and start that action, they'll be able to guide you, and
Right.
you'll get more information. Oh gosh, she says, I know what you're talking about. I'm hesitant about it. Wow.
Don't be hesitant. I know that's easier said than done, but they really want to get across the point. We're right here for you. I feel like they're saying you wouldn't even be thinking about it, except that we're inspiring you. It's a thing, and we want you to go ahead and take action on it. Yeah, that's great. Love it. Thank you, JR.
Yeah. Thanks for that validation, JR. And all the best to you. We wish you the best on your endeavor for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and go with Valerie from Illumination Portal says, may I please ask about my dog Buddy? He's 17 years old and hurt his neck last week. Aw, the vet told me he has an abdominal tumor. I would like to know what he would like me to know.
Okay, buddy. Hey, buddy. What's Illumination Portal's name again?
Valerie.
Valerie. Hi, Valerie. Oh, that's good. Thanks, JR. I appreciate you being here during the reading too. It really helps.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, the information comes from not me. So I'm still here. And sometimes I'm going, that seems so off base or something, or I don't know why you're telling me that. So it really helps when you guys are there going, that makes sense. I go, oh, okay. it's like, why do you want to talk about the brother so much? And they're going, because I want to. You're going, oh, okay, well. Um,
So, Val, what I'm getting is that Buddy wants to, he sort of is saying he wants to break it to you gently. And by having the vet let you know that he has an abdominal tumor, it's just, he knows that a sudden departure would have been way too traumatic for you, that these things are occurring in these steps so that it will be a little bit easier for you to deal with each step as it comes in. Um, he is saying that he feels to me like he's has a lot of stiffness around, so that when he's really stiff, it's harder for him to be agile, and it causes injury rather than him being able to correct whatever movement he's doing. Um, but they're also telling me that there are the alignments. He's telling me that you'll know this. He's saying that, Mom, you're going to know this. Those alignments that you keep talking about, that solar flares that you keep talking about, the time warp that you keep talking about, he's saying that's throwing off my balance as well. And the way that humans are being affected, he said animals and pets and dogs are being affected. He's saying that this is throwing off my balance. He's saying he is being a good boy and trying to not hurt himself, but he's saying that there is an imbalance, a stiffness, and he's just letting you know that this is like the he's saying it's the humane way for you to start the separation, and he knows that you know it's coming, and he just wants you to know. He's saying that I don't feel like the tumor is bothering him very much. It may be obstructing some uh, systems, like holding, maybe making it more inflammation, which is causing more stiffness. But I don't feel as though it's causing him pain. I feel like it's just disrupting a something in his system. I'm not sure how to describe that. What are you getting, Mark?
um, well, while I'm talking, I'm just going to send him some energy. Pan's going to kind of step forward and send him some energy. We're going to work with his neck. That's what's bothering him more. He doesn't really like the tumor thing. He doesn't notice that, I don't feel like, or, um, okay, but that's not the thing that he noticed is his neck. So I'm going to send some energy there to help that get better. It's like a little bit of inflammation in there. So uh, as as Pan's looking at it, it's like he's pulling energy out of the neck and shoulders. It's like shoulder, back. It's kind of all that skeletal system. Um, but so it looks like, if I could picture it or show you, it's like him going like this and pulling the energy out, or the inflammation. It looks like red and yellow, and pulling it out and tossing it. So pulling it out of the auric field and the physical body. I feel like this can get better. He does have, you know, um, old age symptoms, like he's older. And so things, you know, act up, or, ow, I'm limping a little. Ow, um, I'm extra tired today. I don't really feel like doing a lot of activity. But in general, he's pretty good. Like, I don't see him, I mean, his neck hurts, but that's like a temporary thing, I think. He's not like, I'm dying from a tumor, nothing like that. He's not really, as far as I can see, he's not really pushing to exit. Like, that's not and then I pass. He's not right there yet. He's still planning on being around a while, as far as I can tell. That's what he looks like. He goes, yes, I'm older and I need a little extra rest and things, but I'm not really planning on exiting yet. Like, I don't see him. That tumor isn't, about to erupt or anything right now. He doesn't even notice that, I don't think. But he's really sucking in this energy around his neck and head. So as he pulls out that red looking stuff, he kind of fills it in. He's using green today, but just filling in his whole neck and head with this green energy. It's like a soothing, calming energy to replace that little like pain kind of thing. It's almost like a pinching nerve maybe, but helping to alleviate that. And of course, you just continue to give him all the love you give him. He's had a really good time with you. I did draw a couple cards. Companionship through thick and thin. So he just wants you to be with him, whatever, wherever he goes. And whenever his time comes, it's not like imminent as far as I can feel. So, focus on him getting better and getting this neck thing to be better, because he's planning on being your buddy for a while longer with this companionship card. But he's also talking about his life with you has been a joy. He loves that. And there's still more time to enjoy your relationship together. He's not ready to end it yet. So go ahead and focus in on him getting better and feeling better. Hold that. I know sometimes we think, oh no, is he going to go because he's 17? But he wants you to kind of focus in on my neck getting better and embrace the possible. That I still got a little bit, got some more stuff to do here. I'm not quite ready to go yet. And, I feel like getting on top of this little boo-boo in his neck. So he took a lot of that energy. He says, don't worry about him. He's not in like constant pain or anything. I don't see any pain associated with the tumor. This is more like sometimes when he turns, it hurts a little. It's kind of like I know I was saying skeletal, but it seems almost like a nerve pinched or something. Of course, I'm not a doctor or vet, but it's kind of like when you turn it, ow, hurts a little bit. Illumination portal. If you do healing energy of any kind or Reiki, that would help. Just to focus in on his neck. Use energy from your hands. If you don't do Reiki, just imagine energy from Source, God, the Creator, coming through and going out your hands and right into his neck and shoulders. All right. And we're helping to alleviate that red, it's like a red inflammation, almost what it looks like, or pinching. But I think we can remedy it. Here we go. All right. Well, that's what he wants to tell me. Yeah.
She's been trying to help him heal with energy as well.
Okay, good. Yeah, continue that. That helps him the most. He likes that. This intimacy up close, get up close. That's that do healing energy with me. It's like between me and you. And so he wants you to continue with that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think he's going to get better.
That's
So,
great. That is really great because it's the not knowing,
yeah,
should I
right.
intervene or give it time? And it's so empowering and so uh, just relieving. It's such a relief to know that he's going to improve from this and continue.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Oh, she's so excited. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. And it's your opportunity to nurse him, and bring him back into a better condition. Do you put hot pads around his neck, like warm cloth or warm towels or something, some sort of warm, soothing something around his neck, like with his collar or something? I'm not sure if he would leave that on, but something warm. Um, I'm not sure if you're already doing this, but and Mark and I both said that I don't think that the um, tumor is of relevance at this point right now.
yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Well, thank you, Mark. Thank you very much. And what a
Do hot
beautiful,
and cold towels. Yeah.
good,
Yeah, I think it's
good.
going to seem better. It should seem better here in a couple of days. Like not as he should just be acting a little bit better, I think, in the next day or two.
Hmm. And she did say when you were doing the healing, she said he looks relieved for the first time in days.
Oh,
And yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And she says, I wish you could see his face. I don't know where that was.
Oh,
Yeah,
honey, I love it.
yeah. I wish you could see his face. Yeah.
Yeah,
That he was
he's
probably responding to your terpans.
and he
Yeah.
was saying thank you, and then I pulled the gratitude card, like giving thanks, and it's him like saying thank you for the attention and the positive attention. It's very cute. I love him.
Very sweet. All the best to you, Val, and to Buddy. Very nice. So I have Sequoia here. Hi, Sequoia. Nice to see you. And she said, hello, may I get a message from my brother Billy? He passed in 2017.
Um, 2017, Billy for Sequoia.
I'm going old school. I'm going to go to the stadium and call his name.
Passed in 2017.
He's showing me a ladybug with antennas that come out of the top of the ladybug. I'm not sure if that means anything to you, but he's sort of just throwing me images in front of to connect to him. Is are you the only one that calls him Billy? Because he's saying, like it's almost like a childhood name. Um, he goes by Bill. Like he's maybe he's a little bit macho, um, which is very endearing. Um, does that make sense to you, Sequoia? Just want to make sure. I don't know. I don't know. Would you like to let me just give her another 30 seconds?
Yeah.
And then let me see. Is Leah here? Leah. And just go by Leah. No last name. Leah, you could just say hi. And then we'll come back to Sequoia if she comes back. But especially with mediumship, it's real important to have you guys here. Is Leah still here? Um,
Hi, good stuff.
Are okay. 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 So that thank you. She corrected and she said he wasn't very macho and he always went by Billy.
Okay.
Okay. So
I um it's one of those times when it took a minute for his energy to get here. Because I feel like he's on to something else kind of a thing. Um that his soul is already starting a new adventure. That's what it feels like to me. Um, because usually when I have to get him to, it's like a little harder to get him to come in. It's like he had to go through a little bit of rigmarole to get there. I don't know. I'm kind of hearing that his soul is preparing to move into a new expression. That's what I'm hearing. Um, so another way to say that is um, coming back into form. I feel like so you might be thinking about already um, reincarnating. He did give me the boredom, time to sit and stay. Like, and he's looking from the other side. Like, I'm getting a little bored over here. I think I want to go ahead and get started on the next adventure. Is what I'm hearing. His girlfriend's daughter had a baby, and we felt Billy through her. Okay.
oh wow.
I don't. Was he kind of young when he passed? It feels like he has an agenda and a plan, and he's started. That's what I'm hearing. So he's not just he's just not up there hanging around. What's next? Bored. He's like making things happen. Feels to me like, oh, he was 67. Well, that's not very young. Speaking from experience, that's not that young. I don't know. That's what I keep hearing. He won't let me talk about anything else. So leading, stepping out in front. It looks like he's already getting ready to go again.
Wow.
That's the only thing I'm hearing. What else are you getting, Jean?
Well, I was just seeing, I wanted to know if the ladybug meant anything to her and also the Vesica Pisces, if that means anything to you. It's almost like sometimes when they communicate with us, they communicate through images or symbols first to connect. It's almost like they're throwing out a lifeline. And so I don't know if that means anything to you or if anything about ladybugs, but I'm seeing the ladybug with the two antenna, and it's sort of like moving outward. And then I'm also seeing the Vesica Pisces. And if that's a symbol of yours or a symbol that you would like, or a place that you've always wanted to go to, or if it means anything to you. Um, but he is hard to pick up his energy. So
Yep, I know. Well, what do I know? I'm not on the other side, so all this just comes from out there. Uh, I feel it with me. He loved animals. I'm a Pisces. Okay.
oh, he was a funny guy, always made us laugh. I feel him with me, and he loved animals. Oh, okay, wonderful. And she said she is a Pisces.
hmm Yeah, that's probably why I wanted to do the dog deck, was because of his animal thing. Because I was looking what deck, and it was like one of the animal decks, and he picked the dog. But he just keeps kind of saying the same thing through the cards, and I do keep hearing it that he doesn't plan on staying in solitude for much longer. He's already ready to break through. So you get the solitude and breakthrough using these little doggy pictures. He's going to be bold and take a new step. So that's interesting, I think. That's what he just keeps telling me over and over in these cards. Okay.
I'm not picking up his, and it just means that he's not connecting with us for some reason. I think he is busy. So, well, thank you very much, Sequoia. And I have Leah is next. And Leah says, my son just saved a kitten. This was an impulsive move. I'm concerned about the landlord and the baby's health. It's a little baby, it's a little tabby boy. So the baby's health, are you referring to the cat as the baby's health, as the cat's health?
Or is it your grandbabies?
Right.
Little kitten. Hi, Scott, Scorpio, Sun, Tarot.
Hey, Scott. I will be on Scott's channel later on today at 3 p.m. Eastern and 12 Pacific. So please come on over and see us there. Yeah.
Yeah, Scott, I'm trying to figure out how to get in touch with you, see if you might want to come on my show.
I'll send you his email.
Yeah, good.
Mm-hmm.
I know we don't.
Yes, the baby is the the kitty is the baby. Yeah.
Okay. I'm concerned about the baby's health. Okay.
Did they name the kitty yet? And good on your son for rescuing the cat, the kitten. That was just something he felt he needed to do. And there's another content provider just recently. What's her Kim from Intuitive View just rescued some kittens too. Do you think these kittens are being placed in our way so that we can feel like we're being of service to the animal world? I feel like they are. It's a magical or a higher spiritual reason for these kittens to be able to be rescued.
Yeah. And really was an accident that it was right in your what, in front of you, and he found him. It was kind of meant to be. He is like this. I probably wouldn't have gotten a kitten otherwise, except that this circumstance, I don't know that he would have gone to the pet store looking for a kitten. So this is a way for the kitten to get to him in a different way. And I feel like they're going to bond pretty quickly. They probably have already started bonding because it feels like it's a meant to be thing. And it's an opportunity for your son and for the kitten. It's an exploration opportunity. Step outside your boundaries. So it's about the two of us growing and learning together, exploring together in a way for your son to have this relationship with a member of the animal kingdom, which will serve them both. I feel like, it was on purpose that little kitten was in his path there. Yeah, I understand, like, if you have a landlord that says there's no cats or whatever, but I don't know that that's going to be a problem, really. It doesn't feel too big of a problem. I feel like the baby, I don't know how big the kitten is. It's a little tabby. He might need a little bit of extra nutrition, like formula, mama's milk nutrition a little bit more. I don't know how big he is or how old he is, but it feels like it wouldn't hurt if he had a little bit of the baby formula they sometimes get when you raise a kitten without the mama. Um, so I do kind of get a hit that that would be a good idea when we talk about his health. Other than that, he feels like a pretty strong little kitten. Um, I think he might scream like meows loud or has a strong voice or something. Meow, like he's talking to you. Yay, you found me and take care of me. So that would be the only thing I would suggest, like as far as just to help him health wise, nutritionally, because he seems a little pretty young, and you might need just a little extra um, nutrition that you'd get from a formula.
Very nice. Wow, very nice. Yeah, so I was feeling like that it definitely was destiny for your son to meet this soul as a cat, and that their lives intertwined together, or their energies intertwined together, were meant to be. And I do feel as though you'll be able to get away with it for quite some time without the landlord knowing. You keep the cat inside, make sure the cat has all of its, you know, taking care of all of its health needs, and going to the vet and getting the proper attention in a health wise matter. Um, but I feel as though you'll be able to get away with it. I think that there may be other people who also have cats, and as long as it's not disruptive or really, um, out, obvious.
Yeah, I feel like that too about that story you just said. As far as the landlord, I think it was meant to be, and he's supposed to find this kitten, and this relationship is supposed to progress from that. The little kitten is so happy that he got found. He can kind of relax, take a cat nap, and feel at home. Like he's like, oh, good. Ooh, I got founded by my person, and I now I can kind of relax and feel taken care of. And then the two of them will probably grow and become pretty good friends. This kind of looks like him, maybe this little innocence, look through fresh eyes, little cute kitten. Uh, it's like it's a little small package, but it has a lot in it. And I think it's appropriate, and when you get into milk, go to the pet store and look for that formula. I always get the name wrong. I always want to say Espalac, but I think that's for puppies. But anyway, they'll tell you it's usually in a little can.
It's
Right?
not cow's milk, right?
No, it's
Right,
it's formulated for kittens and puppies, uh,
right.
and they'll have it there when you go to the store. You just say, "What? Where's the pupula? The pupula, the the kitten formula?" And they'll let you know. I don't know why I can't keep that name in my mind, but they'll know at the store. But that's what he needs is that. I mean, he would like cow's milk, but the because he's a baby. But what I'm talking about is sort of there's a nutritional something that's in the formula that he needs.
Yeah, I do feel as though he's getting acclimated with his surroundings, and he's sort of crying for his brothers or mother or family, or, sort of like strange kind of, I don't know where I am yet. But Jackie here, thank you very much, Leah, and all the best to you, your son, and the kitty.
Yeah.
And please keep us posted. So Jackie said yes, I tried to, I looked for it. If you can describe to me in the chat, Jackie, how I can unhide her. I looked in the community thing, and I looked in, I don't know where else to go. I don't think I've ever unhide it. I don't know how I can do that. I just don't. If you can maybe give me a few hints, I'll try and do that. Thank you very much for your help. I did see it. I tried to look into it. Okay, so I have Lisa Niedermeyer. Is Lisa still here? Lisa Niedermeyer? Um, Mark, what are you doing? Where are you going to be later this weekend? Are you going to be doing any other shows? You're on
Oh,
later today, right?
at 4 o'clock, I'm going to my regular 4 o'clock show, which is any question day. It's whatever you want to ask. So I'm doing that at 4. Yep. And then I do animal readings on Mondays at 2 Eastern, both times. There's Lisa.
Okay. Thank you.
And if you guys haven't subscribed, come over to my channel and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. If you would, if you don't know me already. So
My
Lisa,
cat,
yeah.
Venice, passed away at 2018, about 20 years old. Does he have anything to say to me?
Oh, KML. That's the cat formula.
Oh, good. Thank you.
J
The
Cat.
cat lady.
Yeah.
So I don't have anybody else start. If I missed anybody, please put your question in. We have a time for one or two more maybe, and then we'll have to let Mark go so he can rest up before his next show. We connect to Venice. Lisa.
But she had a nice long life. 20 years is a good run for a kitty cat. Venice, do you want to say something?
Yeah, if you can repost it, Melinda, I didn't. I must have missed it. Okay, let me see if I can. So the first thing I'm getting, Lisa, right away is that she said that she is still with you, that she hasn't left you, and that your energy is connected forevermore. She says, "I'm not sure if you like novels or whatever that forevermore kind of romantic novel, sort of fantasy, or this literary kind of talk." She's saying this. It was an interesting choice of words that she said, that you two are connected evermore, and she just wants you to know that she is still around you. She hears your thoughts, and that this connection is real and very as much as important to her as it was to you. The love that you felt, and the growth, you two grew together. You two grew. The growth between your souls and the trust that you two had with one another is very, very is, believe it, and it was as important to her as it was to you. And don't minimize it. And she just wants you to know that she cherishes you, that you are asking about her and think about her. Not sure if you have pictures of her and you say, "Oh, my Venice, there's my Venice in that picture." Like she says, you keep her in a place of honor, and that you memorialize her in a respectful way. And she just wants to thank you for that. How about you, Mark?
I'll just do my pendulum for a second. Yeah.
Take your time.
No, I'm okay. I was just checking with that, see if it was agreeing. Well, I do think she's around you, like maybe literally around you in form, physical form. Do you have another cat since that one passed? Since 2018, have you gotten a new cat? Because all my cards are acting like she's already back, and that you might have her again already. If you have a cat now, Lisa, I think you do. But so I get these 3 cards that are like kind of screaming at me that she might already be there. So exposed, time to come clean, exposing it, territorial, finding my place, and the 3rd card is secrets, let the cat out of the bag. So these cards are trying to let me say, that little Venice maybe already came back. And then finally, prosperity, have it all. So that's like a nice outcome, So I don't know. I'd like to hear what you think, Lisa, as far as that goes. Um, but that's what the cards are all saying. And that's what I heard. And, usually I'll hear something and then I ask the cards to confirm it or not, for me. So
Mm-hmm.
you guys a visual. And so every card I pulled was about that. Okay. I don't see you here, Lisa, but I feel like that's what she's trying to tell me. What else did you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought she was here a minute ago, but
Yeah.
yeah, I was I didn't get anything else. But all the best to you, Lisa. Thank you very much for your question.
Yeah.
And thank you, Leanne Lower. Leanne wants to know when will my home life be resolved? My roommate is driving me crazy. Um,
Let's see here. Oh.
This is a practice in tolerance, Leanne, and a practice of calming your inner self, your inner peace, and to gain perspective as that her chaos is her chaos, and is you practice not allowing that to disturb your peace, your inner peace, and to send her love, send her light, or send them love and send them light. And it feels like it's a practice and an opportunity for you to not allow this to disrupt your peace while you're working on finding a better solution. It's not forever. Let me see when. Leanne,
Yeah.
will Leanne's situation be better by October 31st, 2023? Will Leanne's situation improve by December 31st, 2023? Will Leanne's situation improve by November 30th, 2023? Will Leanne's situation improve by October 31st, 2023? So it looks like November. Looks like, because I asked for October and it said no. I asked for November and it said yes. So it's really, really important for you to practice this inner peace, practice the protection, practice sending them love, and observing that the chaos that's going on is within their energy, and it has nothing to do with you. It is your opportunity to protect and maintain your own peaceful presence. How about you, Mark?
Well, I don't feel like it's going to resolve as quickly as you'd like it to. It feels like it's a little bit more going on here. It's going to go on for a while. It doesn't mean it's going to stay in that same state. But I don't see the roommate like moving immediately or anything. So it might be that it resolves while you're still, kind of like what Jean was saying, while you're still living together, that there's a resolution that happens between you that doesn't necessarily involve one person moving right now, immediately. Might eventually down the road a little bit. But it's not like the immediate solution. Of course, you're going to have to probably sit down and have a conversation about stuff and try to get on the same page. When did your pendulum give you an idea of when? I feel like you're still going to be together. he's become a drug addict. Yeah. Um, hmm. Well, I just think you guys are still going to be together for a little bit longer. But I do think things are going to settle down somewhat. But he's going to have to take um, some steps, um, to let this go. Or, he's kind of the drug addict stuff. He's kind of playing Russian roulette a little bit. So I got the Grim Reaper, where it's just, he's going too far with it and needs to stop it. It's kind of like playing with fire a little bit. I don't know what kind of drugs he's on, but it seems like be careful. So I do think it's going to settle down, but probably not as quickly as you'd like. Doesn't feel like he's thinking about moving. I don't feel like that. I feel like he thinks there's no way he could, sort of. So there's financial stuff involved as well. That wasn't a very clear reading, so yeah, go ahead, Jean.
I was just tuning into him driving you crazy. It's important for you to maintain your power, to maintain your own uh, sense of well-being, and I think that's where the, you know, uh, maintain your own peace comes from. Um, Try not to absorb his, you know, try not to. I know it's very, very difficult, but I just feel as though the calmer you are, the less tension he'll feel, and it may just be able to get you guys by. Um, you're worried about him, and you're worried about what might happen, and they want you to just make sure you stay in the present tense, in the present time of today. If you're well, you're safe, you're happy, you're fed, you have clothing, these things, you're fine. The danger is not here. The danger is in your mind of what could happen, and this is what's driving you crazy. Just try and stay in the now moment, and to ask for your angels to have protection over you as well as your roommate, and try and maintain this, right around me. There's no fire around me. There's no floods around me. I'm okay right now. I can breathe. I'm cool. I'm fed. I'm happy. Just try and stay in that really now moment to try and balance that anxiety that I'm sure that you're feeling. It is very difficult. But just even if it's for a couple of moments a day, it'll help to monitor and keep that energy from escalating.
Yep. And while you were talking, this card came out, which is exactly what you're saying. Master, kind of, stay to yourself. Be strong with who you are, no matter what the weirdo's doing over there. You just stay in a mastery position. This is him, not you. And I know you'd like him to stop it and all that, but just kind of stay centered. Let him act out if he has to. This seems more temporary than a long term. And also, there's some kind of financial the two of you have together. So it's kind of entwined with that. So try to stay calm. The universe is still involved in it. It's got your back. It's happening like on purpose in a way.
Mm.
And actually, you staying centered and calm might help him get to the other side of this. So you might be of assistance. I know it's driving you crazy and you don't like it, but if you can stay calm and centered, you might help him out of it, is what I'm hearing. So another way of saying that is, yeah, it might settle, but in a way you're not expecting. So it might end up that it's resolved, but you guys are still roommates. But we've resolved this problem, or this has taken a better turn. But but I agree with Jean. You have to just keep centered yourself and let the universe assist too. Come in there and help him and you. You're there on purpose, I think.
And I don't mean to keep dragging this out, but this is a very important teaching moment, and I feel as though they're reminding me about when I used to have this manager that was a compulsive liar, and she was just absolutely, hell on wheels, and it was just beyond me to deal with her, and she was just really causing me such anxiety, such havoc, and such chaos every single day when I went to work. But it wasn't until I resolved myself to understand that there's nothing I can do to change her. She's going to behave the way she behaves, and what my responsibility is my reaction to it. And whenever she would say a lie, I would just say I disagree, and not have conflict, not have that anxiety, or not try and make her right, or not try and say you're a liar, you're a liar. Her business is her business. What their lessons are is what their lessons are. It's important for you to maintain a sense of calmness and a sense of perspective, that what you see is what you see. You just maintain that, and without confronting. But once I did manage my own reaction and my own understanding and perspective on the matter, the very next boss I had was the best boss in the world, who really was very honest, truthful, and supportive, and taught me so much. And I knew, because it was kind of like was a repeating thing in my life, that this is something that I need to personally overcome inside we can only take care of ourselves. We can only affect our own perspective, our own energy. And then this ripples out. And these opportunities and these conflicts and these challenges in our life sometimes come up to give us the opportunity to grow, to open up.
Yep. I agree.
Aw. And Melinda says it's a teaching moment for her too.
Right.
And a lot of us may not have a similar conflict, but a conflict in our own lives. And it's really hard in the moment, but just something for you to think about and to consider. That's all. And MLR says she's in the same situation with her upstairs neighbor, different apartment, but same house. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah. Yep. Sounds great.
Well, thank you very much. We're sorry that you're going through that. Let me see where I am. Oh, okay. So Lisa just wanted to respond and say, I just started the reading. When I moved, I brought her chair. Aw. And I wished she came back. Fixed income. I'd like her back. She's great. She's here spiritually. Thank you. I'd love another cat. Black. Oh, another black cat.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lisa. And Lisa also said that she's going to be on your show later today, Mark. So thank you for that feedback.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. She might already be in form, though. Like, it might not be in the form of a kitten. It might already be a grown cat that's going to kind of come walking into your life. Like, hello. That's what I'm wondering, because it feels like it's already in form. Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think it's time it's close enough that we're just going to go ahead and stop here. I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming and supporting us and being here and supporting each other. And I just want to send out a warm welcome to Scott Scorpio Santoro, and I'll be on his channel later on today at 3:00. And Mark the Spirit Whisperer will also be on later on today at 4 p.m. Eastern. These times are. And we welcome all of you to come back and ask your questions. But thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate you being here and reading together with me. We'll see.
I always have fun with you, Jean.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, thank you, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye bye.